a couple weeks ago, I had a guy named Jamie Birkin here who runs Outlier Ventures, and they're an accelerator here in London, and by nature of that, one of the biggest investors in these Web3 startups. And he said something that blew my mind. He said, Brian, I've seen the first single person, single founder, billion-dollar company, because they have the idea and we hand them a tech stack of 10 different AI protocols. And for the first time in history, he said, I see potentially one person building a unicorn, where in the past that would be almost unheard of. I know you've talked about some similar things that you've seen. Just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, what I wrote about in EXO2 and blogged about is a 3-person billion-dollar startup. I met one at MIT this week in the AI field. And it doesn't take much. And of course, they don't stay a 3-person team once they've got it, because humans are still the best AGI form we have. But the ability for a 3-person team to get going, get a $1 billion valuation, and run, and it could become easier and easier. Now, the question is, what happens when that gets so every day that it flattens out? I mean, we're going to have some interesting periods of hyperinflation, hyperdeflation, and I don't want to go into economics. If I had an extra lifetime, I'd write a few economics books, but I don't, and that's not my area of expertise. But we're heading towards a world of post-capitalism in one sense. What happens when everything is effectively free, when we have nanotechnology and infinite energy, and the cost of anything is its raw material cost, and robotics make accessing the raw materials easier. So it's fascinating. I know you had a dear friend of mine on the show, Eric Poulier, who's one of the smartest thinkers in the metaverse space, right? He was the first person to recognize the ability to go between the physical universe and the digital universe, and to have a product's ID on blockchain connected, where and he didn't name it as an NFT, but he created the first NFTs and minted the first NFTs and definitely created the software around it. And, he was like saying, okay, I'm going to be in a virtual world. I'm going to see a virtual cup of coffee on the desk there, put up by Starbucks. I'm going to grab it, put it into my wallet. And then when I'm in the real world, I can take that unique identified blockchain coffee and transfer it and get a physical cup of coffee, right? And have the ability to go back and forth. And that is most definitely coming. And in the virtual world, a lot of it's going to be, very hyper intelligent NPCs, where, if I want to go educate myself in the virtual world on a Vatom platform, as I enter in that virtual world, there is a NPC version of Socrates over there, that everything ever written about Socrates, ever known about Socrates is in the AI model I'm now speaking to. And so I can have a conversation and learn about his thinking in a way that would never be possible in any written book.
Yeah, I had an amazing conversation with Eric, and his company Vatom is incredible. We're investors through London Real Ventures, and when we saw their demo of the metaverses, I'm telling you, Peter, it was everything that the blockchain world was telling me was going to happen that hadn't happened yet. And when I looked at some of the projects they did for Google and Frito-Lay and Pepsi, and amazing how, people forget we're all in metaverses anyways. I mean, right now we're in a bit of a metaverse here. We've never actually met, but we're having these relationships, and what they built out at Vatom is an incredible look into what could happen. And you're alluding to that education space, and there's so much possibilities. I know you're on the board of that company too, and it's going to be exciting to see how Eric takes that to the next level. And like you said, how we are all going to these virtual worlds now, AI powered, where we have the most incredible learning experiences, educational experiences, social experiences ever. And that's another part of the future. So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public. And he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.